back. Sister Modupe's Raw Vegan Soul Food Show. Right now, we're going to continue, and now we're going to make a super delicious smoothie. We got some really interesting ingredients here for you. Pineapple. I've already plucked off the green top. We got some powerful super greens here. I'm going to show you how to make your own flaxseed meal. We're going to add some cinnamon, and we're going to add a few dates for sweetening and bananas. So you're going like, that sounds really interesting. It's going to be super delicious, all right? So let's start with the pineapple. I've already plucked the green top off, and I'm going to show you an easy way to cut a pineapple. You might be saying, wow, that pineapple is looking really interesting. It's brown, you know, it smells heavenly. Most people don't have the patience to allow the fruit to ripen. So when I buy fruit in the store, because they're shipping it not ripe most of the time, I take home the green pineapple and I just put it somewhere and know I'm not going to touch it until I can start to smell the fragrance and see it going through its ripening, right? So this pineapple was green, and it's not that it's mushy or smells moldy or anything like that. It just smells like heaven, smells like the islands. Okay, so the easy way to cut this pineapple is to go right down the middle and then go down the middle again. Of course, you want to make sure they have a nice sharp knife. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that core off the top. Just turn it on the side and remove that core. There you have it. Cut down on the end and cut underneath. And there you have it. Now I can make this, like if I'm entertaining, I can put this out as a little boat and put forks or something there and just put that on the plate and let people pick up pieces, or if I'm giving folks the whole quarter, they can take it like that. We're going to put half the pineapple in here because we also have bananas. This is going to be so good. I like to cut it like this because I think you don't waste a lot of the pineapple. And it's also real. See how juicy that is? I got juice squirting all over the place. All right. There we go. All right, so now the pineapple's ready. I'm going to put the pineapple in the bottom of the blender because it's the part that I really want the blades to get a hold of first and cut up. But actually, something I forgot to mention to you. Why does she have those beautiful wine goblets out here? Because I celebrate drinks. They don't have to be alcohol to celebrate. We're going to celebrate this green smoothie. All right, so something I wanted to make sure to let you know is that buy your flaxseed whole. Today I'm using gold flaxseed. A lot of times you see them and they're brown, the brown and the gold. I think the gold have a milder flavor. They're both very nutritious, very high in omega-3s. And again, like I was saying before, people are eating too many omega-6s in their diet, in the American diet. And so the American lifestyle of eating. So make your flaxseed meal yourself, because if this is already ground up and sitting in the store waiting for you, it's lost a lot of nutrition. So what I do is I pour some of the seeds in the blender, turn the blender on, let it grind them up, and make my own flaxseed meal, and then put what I'm not going to use, I put that in the freezer in something airtight like this. So you'll see that when I pour that out, that's flaxseed meal. That's not whole flaxseed. If you eat the whole flaxseed just like that, you will be just passing them through, because the body has to have them broken down mechanically first so that it can work on them, absorb them and such. So we're going to put some flaxseed meal in here. Told you it was going to be nutritious, but always nutritious and delicious, right? So we put some flaxseed meal in, and then we're going to put in the pineapple. And then I'm going to have to get my water. We're going to add some water in here. Okay. Now, you can use either water, you could use juice, you could use a coconut. I love using fresh coconut. And on another show, I'll show you how to break open a young coconut, pour out the water, the coconut water or the milk, and scrape the coconut flesh out and put that in. So just remember that. That's another way to make this, is using the coconut. I love to use it that way also. Next, we're going to put in some fresh greens. I love this particular mix. It's called the Power Green Mix because it's got things like chard and kale and spinach. So that's a triple wonderful way to go. These have been triple cleaned. And don't be afraid, make it green. Because remember, we've got some delicious fruits here to add in. We've got bananas and we've got pineapple, and we're even going to put in a few dates also. So now we can put in our bananas, and looks like I'm making a pretty big smoothie here. I'm going to put in some more water in a moment. Remember that you will always want to use food in its most real form. So some people like to use a lot of sweeteners when they make their green smoothies, and you're kind of defeating the purpose. If you fill this up with maple syrup or even honey, honey is really concentrated form. It doesn't have fiber with it. So I'm going to use a few dates because it will help with giving it a little sweet flavor, but it's got a lot of fiber because the dates are great for fiber. And you just want to make sure that if you've got pits in your dates, that you take them out before you turn that blender on. The first time I used my Cuisinart food processor, I didn't remember that pits were in the dates I was using, and that made a lot of noise. Okay, so I'm just going to put in 3 because remember, we've got bananas for sweetening, we've got pineapple for sweetening, and we're going to actually have some cinnamon, which is high in antioxidants and nice flavor. Just a little bit of cinnamon. Now remember, you're going to make this according to your taste, right? So this smoothie is great for breakfast. This smoothie is great as a dessert. This smoothie is great as a little snack. It's going to be very energizing, and it's going to be full, packed with nutrition. Those greens actually are a phenomenal source of omega-3s also. Great, a lot of fiber in here. Fiber is really missing from the American diet. They say that if people would eat more fiber in the American diet, they would be able to actually measure the amount of heart disease. They would be able to see a certain decrease if people increase their fiber content just a bit. Okay, here we go with some noise. Okay, let me repeat that to make sure you heard it. I said I have pineapple in here, which is very fibrous and it was cut in chunks. So I want to make sure to let that blend up. So that's why I let the blender run for a little bit. Also, our greens, we want everything really homogenized so that it's easy to drink. All right, and that's it. Let's give it a taste. That is a beautiful color. And you know, when I opened this, I could smell the flavor. That is delicious. Hey, sweetie, how you doing? You want to taste?
Yes, please.
That was a joke because he wants anything that's blended up that's got greens in it. All right, here you go. Let's toast. You know I had these 2 glasses for a reason, right?
Delicious and nutritious.
Always delicious and nutritious.